Hello, dear children. Good morning, children. Today I am going to continue the explanation part of your lesson 4, the stone cutter. So, all of you open page number 40 in your textbooks, children. In your previous class, we have done the explanation part 1 of the lesson, like once upon a time there is a stone cutter and every day he will go to great rock in the side of a big mountain and cut out slabs for gravestones or for houses. He and for a long time he was happy and contented and asked for nothing better than what he had. One day the stone cutter carried a gravestone to the house of a rich man, and he saw all the beautiful things in that house, and suddenly his daily work seemed to grow harder to him and heavier to him, and he said to himself, if only he will be a rich man, then he could sleep in a bed with silken curtains and golden tassels, and he would be happy. And a voice answered him that your wish is heard, and a rich man you shall be. At the sound of the voice, when the stonecutter looked around but could not see anybody. But when he reached the little house where he lived, he stood still with amazement, for in place of his wooden hut now he can see a stately, means magnificent palace filled with splendid furniture, and most splendid of all was the bed, in every respect like the one he had envied. Envied means long to possess. So he was beside himself with joy, and his old life was soon forgotten. Till here we have completed. In your next class, children, and we will continue the remaining part. It was now the beginning of summer, and each day the sun blazed more fiercely. So it's the beginning of the summer, and the sun was more fiercely each day, means increasing day by day. One morning the heat was so great that the stonecutter could scarcely breathe, and he was determined that he would stay indoors till the sunset. So one morning the heat was heavy and the stonecutter could not take breath, and he thought of going to indoors outstations till the sunset. He was rather dull, for he had never learned how to amuse himself, and was peeping through the closed blinds to see what was going on in the street, when a little carriage passed by, drawn by servants dressed in blue and silver. In the carriage sat a prince with a golden umbrella held over his head to protect him from the sun rays. So he was dull, for he had never learned how to amuse himself. And when he was going on the streets, when a little carriage passed by, drawn by servants dressed in blue and silver, we can see in this picture, children. See, this little carriage was taken by these servants who are dressed in silver, and we can see the golden umbrella, right? In the carriage sat a prince with a golden umbrella held over his head to protect him from the sun rays. Oh, if I were only a prince, said the stonecutter to himself, as the carriage vanished around the corner. Oh, if I were only a prince and could go in such a carriage and have a golden umbrella held over me, how happy I should be. Now, when he see the prince and that he was going on the carriage with the servants and with the golden umbrella over his head. Here, the stonecutter is also thinking about him, that if I would be like this, how I would be. See, and a prince he was. Before his carriage rode one company of men and another behind it. Servants dressed in scarlet and gold bore him along. The coveted, what do you mean by coveted? Children strongly desired. Umbrella held over his head. He had everything his heart desired. Now we can see whatever his heart desired, he has everything now. Yet it was not enough. He still looked around, something to wish for. But he did not satisfied. It's not enough to him. But still the stonecutter is looking around for something to wish for. And when he saw that in spite of the water he poured on the grass, the rays of the sun scorched it, and that in spite of the umbrella held over his head, each day his face grew browner and browner. He cried in anger. So, in spite of the water he poured on the grass, the sunrays of the sun scorched it, and that in spite of the umbrella held over his head, each day his face, the stonecutter's face, grew browner and browner, and he cried in anger, "The sun is mightier than I. Oh, if I were only the sun!" And the mountain spirit answered, "Your wish is here, the sun you should be." And the sun he was, and felt himself proud in his glory. Now the stonecutter became the sun, and he felt very proud himself. He shot his beams above and below, on earth, in heaven. He burnt up the grass in the fields and scorched the faces of princes as well as of poor folk. But in a short time he began to grow tired of his might, for there seemed nothing left for him to do. Discontent once more filled his soul. And when a cloud covered his face and hid the earth from him, he cried in his anger, "Does the cloud hold captive my rays? And it is mightier than I. Oh, I wish that I was the cloud and mightier than anything." See, children, again he thought that he should be the sun, and the mountain spirit answered that his wish will be heard, and the sun he became. And now he is feeling himself proud and glory, and he shot his beams above and below, on earth as well as on heaven. And he burnt up the grasses in the fields and scorched the flowers of princes as well as for poor folk. But within a short period of time he began to grow tired of his might, because there seemed nothing left for him, and once more filled his soul. And when a cloud covered his face, when clouds covers the sun face and hide the earth from him, he cried in his anger. And he is saying, "The clouds can they have capable to hold my rays, and if I will be the clouds, how would it be?" And the mountain spirit answered, "Your wish is heard, a cloud you shall be." Now here the mountain spirit answered that he will become a cloud, and a cloud he was, and lay between the sun and the earth. He became cloud, and he lay between the sun and the earth. He caught the sun's beams and held them, and to his joy the earth grew green again and flowers blossomed. But that was not enough for him, and for days and weeks he poured forth rain till the rivers overflowed their banks, and the crops of rice stood in water. Towns and villages were destroyed by the power of the rain. Only the great rock on the mountain side remained unmoved. The cloud was amazed at the sight and cried in wonder, "Is the rock then mightier than I? Oh, if I were only the rock!" Now he became cloud, and he caught the sunbeams and held them, and for his joy the earth grew greenery and flowers blossomed. But it was not enough to the stonecutter. When days and weeks passed, he poured forth rain till the rivers overflowed their banks. The crops of rice stood in the water, and towns and villages were destroyed by the rain. Only the great rock, this is the great rock, children. Only the great rock on the mountainside remained unmoved. And now the stonecutter is thinking about the rock. The, the cloud was amazed at the sight and cried in wonder, "Is the rock then mightier than I? Oh, if I were only the rock!" He is wishing that if he would be the rock. And the mountain spirit answered, "Your wish is heard. The rock you shall be." And a rock he was and gloried in his power. Now he became a rock, children. Proudly he stood, and neither the heart of the sun nor the force of the rain could move him. Now even the sun or the cloud cannot move this mountain. "This is better than all," he said to himself. But one day he heard a strange noise at his feet. He thought that becoming a mountain is better than becoming sun, becoming prince, becoming a rich man, or becoming cloud. But one day he heard a noise at his feet, and when he looked down to see what it could be, he saw a stonecutter driving tools into his surface. When he come to see around, he noticed that a stonecutter driving tools into his surface. Even as he looked, he could feel himself tremble, and soon a great block broke off and fell to the ground. Then he cries in wrath. Wrath means, children, anger. Now he is crying in anger when a great block broke off and fell to the ground. "Is a mere child of earth mightier than a rock? Oh, if I were only a man!" Now he is wishing to be a man again. Why? Because a mere child of earth is mightier than a rock. He is thinking in this way. And the mountain spirit answered, "Your wish is heard. A man once more you shall be." And a man he was once again, and by the sweat of his brow he toiled. Toiled means, children, worked hard again at his trade of stone cutting. His bread was hard and his food scanty. Scanty means very little, right? But he had learned to be satisfied with it, and did not long to be something or somebody else. And as he never asked for things he did not have, or desired to be greater and mightier than other people, he was happy at last, and never again heard the voice of the mountain spirit. So now he is satisfied with his life. His bed was hard and his food was very little, and he worked hard and he satisfied with what he has now. And he is thinking that desire to be greater and mightier than other people. He was happy at last, and he never again heard the voice of the mountain spirit. So this is the lesson of the stonecutter, children. If you have any doubts you can ask me. Okay, bye children. Thank you.